live and everyone can hear us, so more people. So I'm guessing in and out wise the total count will be 60.
Okay, since you, you're gonna.
Sorry, I'm moving things.
You're gonna be there. Okay.
I'm thinking here.
That's good.
Hi, Daniel.
Okay.
How are you? Great. Yeah, I'm so excited about the weather. I was so worried. I was gonna put it on the back table, but there's people gonna be sitting there and it might. But then again, we need it up here, so. I think maybe it's fine.
Maybe we can have people like start just to like have them sign up over here and then just like
Yeah. And do you have tape?
Yep.
Yep. Thank you. I'm just getting 2 pieces.
Just like normal tape?
Yeah.
Okay, since you're gonna be there now, that's where it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to sit here
That's fine.
to manipulate the camera.
Is my head in the way?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So if you, just yeah.
Right here?
Yeah. And what I'll do is I'll move the camera to the end of the table, and you can put that over here.
Okay, perfect. I just want to.
Medium and heavy. They didn't have the bottom of it. They just refill for it out.
Why is that on? That shouldn't be.
Is it on?
Going.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Stellar Poetry. Tonight is a special night because it is a benefit for Icon Youth. Let's give it a round of applause for them. If you have not signed up to read already, in the back on the table, there's a sign-in sheet where you can write your name, your first and your last name, and check yes or no if you would like to be recorded. We have Magic Jack over here with a video camera. Let's give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
He's going to be recording whoever wants to be recorded so you can see your performance later on. Your poems can be song lyrics, they can be covered from bands, other poets, or they can be original work, which is usually what we see here. We read in rounds, like a round robin kind of style. So that means I'm going to call everyone up one by name, and then we'll take a break between the first round to give everyone a chance to talk with poets, get more drinks, and then we'll start the second round where everyone gets to read again, and we'll just continue on with that. There will be an intermission, so if you would like to get a more drink, you can wait till intermission, or you can just leave as you please. If you don't want to read and you are leaving Stellar Poetry, I would appreciate it if you would cross your name off the list so I don't read your name and you don't show up. I usually read first just to break the ice so it's not awkward newcomer first, because that might get weird. I would appreciate it if we had no negativity towards other poets or people in this area. I will not tolerate it. I will ask you to leave if you're having any issues, but we've never had anything that would come close to issues. Everyone has been so nice and so welcoming. If you have a poem that it could be sensitive, I would like it if you would initiate trigger warnings, just to be respectful of everyone here who might be sensitive to the issue. Also, please keep Wiz Khalifa lyrics out of this area. We are on a microphone and this is the public, and I would not like the F word dropped every other word. Also, saying that, let's keep Triple X in the bedroom. Let's just imply it with metaphors, okay? Thank you. Also, there are some different ways to express yourself during a poem to tell the writer that you enjoy what they're saying or you like their work. A few of the ways I like doing is snapping. So you put your arms out like this and you just snap. You can do 5 fingers. I don't know what this is really called. I call it 5 fingers. Or you can this sounds weird, but you can go oh yeah, yeah man, or, stuff like that. And ooh.
What up, guys? Hey, my name is Daniel. I'm with Icon Youth here. We're with Icon Church, and so today we're all about, and half of you guys are with the church anyway, so you know what it's about. But we're doing a combined event with Kayla's Poetry Night, the Stellar Poetry Night tonight, just to help raise money for kids to go to camp during the summer. Camp is a cool place. Kids make lifetime friends, and I personally loved camp when I got to work during the summer, and it's pretty life-changing. And so I know what it can do for children, for kids, and so that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to send kids to camp, and so I just want to thank Stellar Cafe for having us here and donated 20% of all drinks. So keep buying all day, all night. All right, so thank you.
Thank you for that.
Frappe's pretty good.
I suggest the Mayan. It is my favorite. A barista got me hooked on that drink, and it has become my cocaine. Woo. The event ends around 9:30, but that's a poet's 9:30, which can be anywhere from like 9 to 10ish. So please be free time. I think that's it. I think we're ready to get started. As I said earlier, I always read first just because breaking ice and stuff. This is a new poem. It's barely been read. I read it twice at Forest Fest, and it's been posted on Facebook once.
It's good.
The poet who is not a poem. I love him and he loves me, but it's not that simple. There is silence between us. I can feel myself suffocating on the secrecy. You can sharpen a dagger with the air between our spirits. He is stuck on a girl with silk-strung hair and smooth skin, whose laughter can bring the sun out after a 10-year plague. She walks with the grace of a swan. She can turn glances faster than a white girl's hair flip. He loves her, and I can feel the tension in my heart harden, as I feel every whisper and giggle vibrating through my chest, shaking my ribcage, waiting to be released in the harsh elements that surround me. I am not as graceful as a swan. I'm just a girl. You can't write me into a metaphor, a song, or a poem. I'm just a charming girl with bad timing and tough luck. I am his meantime, his after-work 3 a.m. insomnia. I'm not his type of woman. I'm not even a woman yet. I am just a girl. I'm the kind of girl that doesn't stay until morning. I'm the beautiful that leaves her shoes neatly by the door for a clean, considerate escape. The kind that you tell your friends about, but you don't bring home to mama. I'm the shot of vodka in the orange juice from the morning hangover. I'm the kind of girl that smiles after you wink, but won't say another word. I am not the kind of girl you call baby, babe, baby, or sweetheart. I am the bae, lady friend, Netflix and chill, but I will never be his love. I will never see his Sunday morning waffles, never know how much sugar he puts in his coffee. I will never know if he really loves me. Thank you. Up next we have the one and the only Tom, the spirit poet.
We live in exciting times. Yesterday at 4:20, my friends were smoking like on fire. Last night, they forgot that they...
Hi, I'm Kayla.
Man.
What's your name? Ashia.
This morning was
It's just me.
storm, wild winds, coming out drive and to the
Thank you. That means a lot.
and then this, sunshine at night. San Marcos, what's happened? You're an elemental, you're water, you're salamanders that survive, you have imagination, you have
Yeah.
poetry in you.
Yeah, I just want everyone to feel comfortable and safe.
This is geo-specific. It's also time-specific because we know quite well these clouds and move on.
It's okay, yeah.
Maybe
Whenever-
go back to
whenever you feel
Houston
like
where they
it's like
came from. Stormland, places you've never been to. On a swamp, mosquitoes, of course, a harbor. But of course, mosquitoes rule there. That was thunder, wasn't it? I love it when the elements respond to the poems. You know, it's not like we're talking to clouds, they're crowds, individuals one by one. As I was saying, tomorrow is another poem that will be called Earth Day. And we'll all ignore the fact that we stand upon the face. Big words, praise. There you go. Remember the time we used to go out together? Playing mud. Young, playing in mud. Dirt. When we were part of the earth. Do you remember that? And they would say, I don't know what you're talking about. You've been here staring at my face, chairs on my face, bench on my face, as if the earth was not birthday but one day of the year. I've been living 365. And I'm the only Earth you've got, you see. You can't go to a moon base. You can't put your camera on Mars. All you've got is this specific gun, this specific line, and this specific pole.
Thank you, Jack, for accompanying Mr. Tom, Spirit Poet. You did fantastic. Up next, we have the man who looks like $100, Mr. Benjamin Franklin.
Oh yeah. You gotta look like somebody. I used to have a name called David, and now everybody calls me Ben. And if I lift up my leg, I become Captain Morgan. I just don't know who I am. Across a sea of smiling tears, a cross-made sign of prayers, one bows a head in genuflection, in a sea of tears needing healing, inside the amazing grace of faith. In the broken spirit that is lost, one searches for divine warmth that touches deep within a soul, to list the lost lands to be found. A cross made of amazing grace reaches within words of harmony, in a sea of tears singing a melody, inside a divine path leading us home. In the broken spirit that is lost, one searches for divine warmth that touches deep within a soul, to list the lost lands to be found. A cross made to inspire hope leads us on a path of redemption, where one is made whole again across a sea of smiling tears. Thank you.
Thank you for that. That was great. Up next, we have Magic Jack.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's
Yep.
quick,
You
man.
skipped a few lines, but
Oh.
everyone else just continued on your path. So we have a lot of invisible people, but I thought I'd skip it.
Hey, there's nothing to say.
How we doing? Everybody comfortable?
Yeah. No, I wasn't right.
It's a beautiful day. Turned out really nice when you consider this morning, right? So Tom and I went to a poetry event a couple of nights back called Drink and Ink, and they have a theme word that you can work off, and you have a whole month to do it. But usually people wait till like an hour before. The word was canoodle. Does everybody know what that is? Everybody know what canoodle is? Okay. Well, maybe you'll understand it in the context of this piece. It has to do with hugging and cuddling and smooching, that kind of thing. There's no best place to canoodle. If you don't believe me, you can go and Google. But there are polite ways and ways not to be cruel. You might canoodle in the park, or maybe in the dark. You might canoodle on a bench, and even with a wench. You might canoodle in the sun, but never with a gun. You might canoodle at a show, in the movie Flickered Glow. You might canoodle with Kitty, or you might canoodle with a poodle. If you wish, you could even canoodle while you doodle. It's probably best not to canoodle when you're eating noodles, but it might be fun to canoodle while sharing a yummy strudel. Most folks enjoy a pleasant canoodle, but some are quick and prefer to be more frugal. It takes at least 2 for a decent canoodle, but there's no limit for adding more to a kit and caboodle. There's really no best place to canoodle, but please be kind to those who have no friend or poodle. It might make them sad to see you delightfully canoodle. Thank you.
Yep. I love weird poems.
Weird poems are always the best. I don't know why I brought this down. I know next person's just going to raise it wide up again. Mr. Olas is here to join us. He has come every single month without trouble. What? I thought you came last month.
I thought it was canceled.
Okay, well I guess he has failed us last month.
Yeah.
We still love him. It's okay.
I don't even need the mic. You don't even need to raise it. Hi, guys.
That's us.
You hear me in the back? Cool. I don't have anything new, so if you haven't seen me before, you're right in luck, because it's all good. If you have seen me before, there's nothing new here. I'm gonna introduce myself. I imagine there's like a rotation happening. We're probably gonna get 2 or 3 in.
Yes, sir.
So, here's my first one. This is an introduction. This is called Radical Decay. I wrote this when I became homeless officially in 2009. Legitimately no place to go back to call home. Huh. Now I'm here. I call this home. So, Radical Decay. Watch my world radically decay, and then witness all the wonders uncovered in its place. Sadness replaced by satisfaction, discontent by desolate peace. Well, at least I know I'm doing right now, but who yet remains the mystery. But continue to plug on, I swear, no hell will tear myself from where I dwell. Ultimate shame evolved to modest pride. This time, no lies, believe me, I'm fine. But however this endeavor decides to sever itself, by whatever measure, I know there'll be no pleasure involved. I thought I was clever from whichever instance never really occurred whenever I thought it did. I was taught a trick. I learned to evolve. So here I stand, elevated higher than ever. From an underground foundation dug with a broken lever. Yeah, it could have been easy if I would have let it be, but why try it? Anything that's guaranteed. Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing.
Thank you, Olas. That was awesome. You've read that one before, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I like that one. Up next, we have Miss Sarah Robacker reading the poem.
Kayla, okay to video? She's okay for video? Let me know.
And to be honest, I've actually never read a poem.
Hey, honesty.
And I haven't read this poem out loud ever. I wrote it in college. There was a point in time when I wanted to major in poetry, and I haven't quite gone back to school to do that. But I wrote this poem in honor of Sylvia Plath,
Oh, yeah.
my favorite poet, and I was just thinking
It's on wide.
what she would have to say to her husband if she hadn't have offed herself.
This switch up
So
here
it's
goes
called,
wide.
and again, I haven't
It's all
gone
like
over
a
this poem in a
telephone.
while, and so this might be kind of rough, but I'm sure y'all are okay with that. This is called My Greatest Revenge. I've lived as a coward in the corner, longing for the fury of your fists. I would choose anything over this. You became my misery's king. The absence of your soft, grazing touch left me bruised, dwindling, a lily hidden from light. You thought I was as golden as the sun? Gold doesn't wear down, doesn't get old, no. But I have been spent. You taunted me with the scent of enchanting scarlet left on your sweater. I slowly put it away, folded with my shame. I repeated again and again in the very back of my head, till death do us part, till death do us part. So here it is. You've sharpened the sword of my greatest revenge. You've polished its armor. You put fury in the hearts of young men waiting to strike down the evil tyrant. They have been starved, and they have been beaten. No, there isn't a fingerprint on any inch of my skin, not one single mark. Stand and bow before the crowds offering thunderous applause. Go ahead. You and I both know the truth. 6 feet isn't even enough to bear your guilt. You will carry every ounce of its weight as you trudge through your gilded orchards and open fields, watching them turn gray. Watch their trees wither and die. Watch their fruits rot, just as you reach for them. Even I was golden before we met. Now the sun whispers my name to the very back of your ear every time it starts to disappear. Anyways, and I want to thank you all for coming tonight. Kayla is very talented. You probably all know that. And she was kind enough to use her talents to help me and a couple of my friends. Raise your hands. We run a youth group for teenagers in middle schools all over San Marcos, and we're actually here as a fundraiser tonight. She was kind enough to let us be a part of it. So anything that you buy, a little bit goes to our youth, helping us go to camp this year. I grew up and I was in a youth group in high school, and for me, some of the best pivotal moments for me was at camp and those groups, and so I'm really glad to get to be here with y'all. Are cool. Y'all are just cool by nature. I mean, poets. Come on. So thank you for that. Again, thanks.
Does anyone want to be added to the list before we start again? You can read song lyrics, you can read original poems, you can read cover poems. It's up to you. Would you like wink, shake our hands, do a little dance? Cool. With that being said, I will move on. The next one on the round, I will read. This one is in the book I published exactly a month ago. It's called Awkward. It's my book. My sister over there, she helped illustrate the book, which is very impressive for a 12-year-old. This one is called Birthday Wishes. When the strangers that share my bloodline asked my mom what I wanted for my birthday, I was disappointed they didn't already know. Can't tell that I need more notebooks for the poems I passively aggressively write about them. That I'm obsessed with cats. Or maybe have noticed I've shared about 6 Batman hoodies I've admired in the last month. Maybe they would see the patterns of the following holiday gift wishes. I should just tell them what I really want. No more guessing games. I want a mirror for my room. A haunted house mirror that might warp my reflection back into reality, so I'm not scared of the monster staring back at me with her fake red smile and her morphine body that keeps warping in the mirror. I want a body that can't reflect more than 110 body points, a body that diets on the self-confidence that only comes from the big bad wolves that huff and puff me off their feet and into their hungry arms. Let's get really crazy and ask for my innocence back, or even crazier, a YouTube app that will play music even after the app is closed. Or perhaps a gift card to Amore so I can finally get that goodbye kiss from my first love. I've been dreaming about it all these years. A camera so I can show him I can picture us together. Can I have a remote to my life? Maybe I can go back and rewind and warn him about the waterfalls. Don't pick up that rock. It's dangerous. You'll fall in and drown. Or maybe just fast forward past his funerals. But don't get me drawstring dolls that only say, I am sorry for your loss. He's in a better place. He lived a good life. And worst of all, Caleb was my friend. Deceit slips off their tongue like a water slide down a mountain I never asked to ride. Maybe you can hire an excavator to make new bloodlines so you no longer have to claim me as family. Maybe if we drain enough of my blood, I will develop amnesia and forget that if you wanted to talk to me, you'd call, send a card, a letter, Morse code, smoke signals. I would learn Morse code if it meant that you might want to tell me you love me. But most of all, I just want something that tells me you still care, even if I know it's a lie. But as I'm sitting at home and I realize and I see your name on the suggested friends section on Facebook, I realize you erased me with the click of a button months ago. Up next we have Spirit Tom, who I know will probably not use a microphone.
Nope. This is a Dutch poem by an artist called Hans Klok. They work with another artist called Simon Wignu, and they try to do poetry for the survivor of the New Wave. And it's called Invitation to Project. Wherever we look.
Go, Dave.
I have so many names I don't know what to do with them all.
It's true, Bill.
I wrote this this morning,
Yay!
and it's 4 stanzas, 10 syllables across. Ghost Writer's Whisper. I am poetry's pentameter rhyme, in what was present to be found no more. Birth flight being overcome by death flight, that everyone passes on poetry. Reading words being present tense, bookworm, flourished aftermath, blossoms past sentences. Syllables meter, seeds from yesteryear, memorial graven lines recital. Fading ink stained solemn memories, etched in permanent pain engraved marks. There what was recycled all over time, haunting time frame presence there subconscious. That what was long lost, long ago echoes a poet wraith in the wraith of worn past, torn inside out, tattered remnant parchment, where time incarnate, ghost riders whisper. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Up next we have, once again, Olas, welcoming to the stage.
You might actually use my this.
Changing things up.
We'll see. Hello again.
Hi, Ola.
Stuff outside this time. It's kind of pleasant. Actually, it is a really beautiful night.
It is.
By the way, rest in peace, Prince.
Yeah, 57. That's not right.
It's tragic to say the least. So, I used to write specifically dark poetry. Still do. But I was going through kind of my catalog to a female acquaintance at one point, and she just looked at me stubbornly and said, "Don't you write anything nice? Don't you write anything happy?" And so this is my response to that, called Happy-ish. I need to write something about happiness, and not how I've been trapped in this seemingly bottomless bitterness. Something uplifting about how I've been switching this full frame fuck up, inverting on all axes, reversing actions, killing momentum and traction. I need to write something about beauty, honor, duty, the dubious need to dispel greed, flowers, the ability to live past these meaningless needs, to revert to the consciousness that allows me to see the fruits for the seeds, the leaves for the trees, the honey for the bees, to remember how to utilize these useless things, and whatever outcome that brings. I need to write something about satisfaction, discipline, ethic, effort, overthrowing the satisfactions, remaining steadfast in my actions, realizing the lack for chances of turning back. I need to write something about determination, recognizing a mission, avoiding evasion, tackling tough shit with skill and patience, remembering how to build for minimal maintenance. Fruits for the seeds, leaves for the trees, honey for the bees. Nothing but necessity. I need to write something about love, and not how it's crushed and killed me, but how it's taught me that enough is not enough. Something about how everyday life can bait and bluff, but at the end of those days it can say you stood tough. I need to write something uplifting for those souls still sifting through muck and gravel, still yet to unravel that it was never the tools that they were missing. Something to help those still hurting, believing that it only gets worse, and what's worse is those beliefs remain unnerving, undeserving of full attention but assert themselves regardless, and for the heartless, they'll tear as something cathartic. But if we're smart, this charged part of our time here can spark up all that darkness. Fruits for the seeds, leaves for the trees, honey for the bees, unbiased beliefs based firmly on our knees. I need to write something about achievement and victory and relief from the misery of knowing that I can't control anything beyond me. And about how I won't have the last laugh or line because when it's written, I'll have lived it. Until then, simply fiction. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have a few people that joined us, so I'm gonna go over a few things. Just brush up a little bit. This is snapping. This is vibe fingers. We usually do this to initiate conversation with the poet without actually speaking, to tell them that you like what they're doing and that you appreciate that line. Also, as you notice, cussing's fine. Again, as long as you keep it respectful. Respectful. We'll use that word.
You look gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you, Victoria. Thank you. You guys look gorgeous too, all of you. This is for Icon Youth, so every drink you buy, 20% goes to them to send them to summer camp. And also, if you buy like pastries, their cookies are amazing. 10% of that goes to Icon Youth too. This is a monthly thing, the third Thursday of every month, unless it's spring break, because who's going to be in San Marcos on spring break. We live in a college town, and that's unreasonable. Anyway, I will be here. If you guys are here or not, me, Jack, and Tom will probably be here. We'll be spitting poetry all night. Up next, we have, speaking of, Magic Jack. Are you ready, or do you want me to?
No, wait.
Magic Jack, Delaney, and
Yeah,
Victoria.
yeah.
Oh, I love Vegas across the shoes.
Oh, yeah, those were gone.
That's fantastic, yeah. If I was wearing heels, that's what I would be doing. Yeah. I think so. But, like, it's usually when we get started, like, that's because it was a varsity choir, raving it freaked my brain.
You can move the microphone if you want to.
Oh, I'm just letting
Oh, great.
So we're going to do a song that I wrote called Find a Way, or the La La song.
Yes!
And everyone can La La along if you want
I
to.
really like this one.
Two beautiful voices. I mean, I can't just sit here and look at them when I know they can sing. So it goes like this. Let me use the pick so they can hear me. Find a way to fly above your fears.
Find a way to drown out all your tears.
Find a way to change the color blue.
You owe it to yourself to make it true.
So this is a song that started out as a poem and became a song. Find a way to fly above your feet. Find a way to shrug off all your tears. Find a way to change the color blue. Do it to yourself to make it true. Do it to yourself to make it true. Are you ready? Here we go. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do it to yourself to make it true. Do it to yourself to make it true. Let some sunshine come into your heart. Let the love that you once felt make a brand new start. Let a dream cloud shower you with love. Do it to yourself to make it true. Do it to yourself to make it true. La 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 la. Sing along if you want. La 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 la. It'll make you happy. La 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 la. Do it to yourself to make it true. Do it to yourself to make it true. Now we're gonna try and whistle. All the people that can whistle, whistle. If you can't, just make believe you're whistling. Louder, wake up Tom. Do it to yourself to make it true. Do it to yourself to make it true. Yellow lilies melting in the sun, wrapped in blue skies, colors having fun. Blue and yellow mixed to green and blue. The palette you create belongs to you. Do it to yourself to make it true. Last time, here's your last chance. La 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 la. Sing it loud. La 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 yourself to make it true. You owe it to yourself to make it true. Slow and sexy. You owe it to yourself to make it true. Thank you very much, Connie, Tori. And we're going to be on an EP in a month or two.
Yeah.
We're all on it together. Thank you, ladies.
I really do love that song. They played it here a little while ago. I think the month before last they played it here, and it was a big hit. The whole inside was singing. Up next we have, again, Miss Kalani.
This poem is titled Professor Almost. Almost is in everyone. Almost is the A that you didn't get on your exam. Almost is the dog that you would have run over had you lifted your eyes from your phone a moment later. Almost is that money that you spent on that really cool thing that you didn't need. It's the job you didn't get and the bill that you didn't pay, because you spent all your money on that really cool thing you didn't need. Almost is that Snickers bar that you never got away with stealing from Walmart when you were 4. Almost is in everyone. Almost is a speeding ticket you got last week that you could have avoided, and the understudy role and you got in the play. Almost is a space that never vanished between two lovers' lips. The last bit of green on a banana not quite ripe enough yet, and the soldier who died 2 days before the end of his tour. It's a single act of kindness that could have prevented her from taking all those pills, and the whisper in the back of your mind that would have stopped that last drink from beating your mouth and stopped that car crash, and the embrace that may have kept the other person from falling, and the single moment longer that you didn't have to save a life, and the words you never said to lift someone up from that dark place, and the distance between you and the finish line before your legs gave out from beneath you, and almost as a step that you didn't take, that move you didn't make, that smile you didn't fake, almost as the baby. Never born and never heard. It's the man never loved, the woman never cherished, almost as in everyone. It's that faceless thing that wakes you at night. Teeth so bright white they reflect your own rue back at you, almost as that deep vibration that never goes away, reverberates through your knees and your ribs, the tips of your fingernails. It makes those tears, those hot kind of tears that sear the skin, leave salty streaks on your cheeks and chin. It makes you cry out at the empty air, hollow questions like why? Like what if? The apparition of lost possibilities clinging to your back and hands that never let go. Almost is your teacher. It won't let you forget. Almost will remind you, and it can change you. Almost can make you better. It's your friend if you accept it, and your foe if you deny it. Almost is in everyone.
Yeah.
That was really good. It almost made me cry. Up next, we have the beautiful Victoria coming to bless us with her poetry. She's really tall, so
Guys, I literally just got chased out of my seat by a bee.
Yeah.
That was terrifying. In fact, I think it's sitting next to it. Is. It's still there. Okay. Okay. This is called The Abusive Friend. She's my best friend. This is where I belong. Yeah, she yells at me, hits me too, and true, she says, I don't care about you, but that was a joke, I think, so it's okay. I mean, she probably didn't even think about it anyway. I mean, there's no way she'd purposely say that. There's no way she'd tell those other girls that. There's no way she'd be that cruel, right? Or am I just avoiding a fight? I mean, who am I to judge her? She's had it rough, and all those lessons she said made her tough, so why am I the one that doesn't feel good enough? Why is it every time I answer that phone, I feel more and more alone, like she gets the best life and the worst, leaving me with nothing but meaningless dirt, her toxic acid friendship picking at my skin, tearing my tears from my tangled thoughts within. I mean, she does always tell me what I can't and won't, but that's just because she wants me to know that I shouldn't get a big head, right? That she has my best interest in sight? You know, I guess I really was just avoiding a fight. To be completely frank, my dear, you always told me exactly what I feared. Who said what in your malicious lies? I bet today you still can't sympathize. You know, I realized something about you. You took full advantage of what I used to do, told me I was nothing, so you'd become something, beat me down to a non-entity on a subhuman level, left my bones disheveled, bloody and rusty, against that tin costume that disguised me. I was in a prison of my own skin, adorned by muddy old doormats, with an open heart that said welcome. You took full advantage of me, raped my mind and took my sanity, to the point where there is nothing left of me. And now, as the years have sifted through my fingertips like sparkling crystal grains of silvery-looking glass seems to dwindle, you can't even look at me through the window that once was your rose-tinted world. You were so comfortable being so close-minded, only seeing the world through your box provided. You thought you were a good friend to me, but to be honest, you were my poison alcohol that abused me and left me for dead. But I should really thank you for this. Because of you, I know what true friendship is, and exactly what it looks like to be void of it.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Does anyone else want to be added to the list? Raise your hand, dance around. Well, if you do and you don't want to say it, there's a list in the back by my mom. If you would like to sign up, you can do it right there. Well, a few announcements. Lucky for you guys, there's going to be a lot of the same poets getting to express themselves in many different poems, which I personally like because you get to know them a little bit better. Poems are very personal, so it's really good that they all came up here today and just shared part of their heart with us. To go over a few more announcements for the people that just made it. As I said earlier, the sign-in sheet's in the back if you would like to sign up. You can be videotaped if you marked yes on the sheet. Magic Jack is videotaping the poets that would like to be. We read in rounds, so every round we'll go through everyone on the list, and then we'll take a little break or a little announcement break, and then we'll keep going. Halftime is after this round, and you guys can go inside, grab some more drinks, talk with poets, talk with people, you know, just chill out. I usually read first during the round just to break the ice. If you like what someone said, you can snap like this, you can do spirit fingers, you can dance, I don't care. You may read your poems, other people's poems, as long as you say whose poem it is. You can sing your original song, if you would like Magic Jack did. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, and trigger warnings. If you have something in your content that might be triggering or upset someone, please announce like the genre. Like if it's something with suicide, usually self-harm, disorders are usually announced, just to be polite. And just give them some time to like maybe go inside, just to like be aware and respectful of everyone here. This night, the drink. Oh my gosh, I'm a poet who can't speak. That's just how it is. For every drink you buy, 20% of the proceeds go to Icon Youth. So get a whole bunch of coffee, get hyped, get wired. If you do not drink coffee, there's tea, smoothies, there's scones, and their cookies are really good. So anyway, I'll be reading next. So grab my phone. I usually read this from my phone, which kind of makes it seem a little better. This poem's about cyberbullying and how much I dislike it, which is a lot, as you will tell. It's called Loading Poem. I have merged with my phone. I don't know where my fingertips end and where the glowing screen begins. I set the device in an empty room safely away from people on its charger so it doesn't die. I don't need any more of my friends dying. I plug myself into my phone so hopefully I don't die or just stop working today. I just stop working sometimes. Can't turn on, maybe my light is too dim or my notifications are turned off. Because I don't want to know who wants to casually talk over coffee so they have something to post on their Facebook. Yeah. I can't seem to reset my system, so I close down all my windows because I can't seem to manage them. My history, refresh the page until I can see my life more clearly. I've caught a virus or two, blurred the line between happy and sad. Someone hacked into my motherboard and recoded me to think everyone is dangerous. I set up passwords to keep everyone out, but no one can remember the sequence to get back in. Maybe if I hibernate for a few days, everyone will just leave me alone. Don't spend time with me. Don't attach your hard drive to me, or I'll transfer my virus to you. I have attachment issues. Too many files stored in my memory. When I end up updating my system, I end up losing myself. Friendship keeps opening and closing. They must be a virus too. Restrict their access so they can't see the dirty life I've thrown into the recycling bin. Control, function, delete. Control, function, delete. I can't seem to control or function, so I delete all my tasks because I can't seem to manage them. Control, Alt, delete. Select all, delete. My mind runs slower than Internet Explorer because I've downloaded too many emotions. Pop-up ads now fill my database. Eat less, drink more, get skinny fast. Buy this concealer to conceal the ugly parts of yourself that no one will love. I close them down and the same black screen of death haunts me every day. HTML code, opening tag, angled bracket, depression. I can't remember how to close the tag, so I close the tab labeled live. Error, virus. 404, hope not found. Are you sure you want to open? Bottle? Self-control is not a trusted site. Body has stopped working. Error virus. 404, error virus. Pills, overload. System overdrive. System loading, rebooting, loading, troubleshooting. Saving data. Wait, I didn't call tech support. I didn't want saving. Loading. Rebooting. Loading. System update, medication. System update, life. Relocation, psych ward. System loading. Refreshing. Are you sure you want to restore all previous tabs? Thank you. We're going to continue on with the man in yellow, the sunshine, the man in the yellow hat, Mr. Tom.
Look up, baby, I stole from the clouds, the iCloud. Reminds me of Vulcan, LA. All those old gods and goddesses, you know, the kind of storm gods, storm! Remember? Well, this happened as a true story. Just make it up as I go along. Right. I was out there in West Texas about 48 hours ago. I didn't sleep for 3 days, 3 nights, like a certain other person. I was with this man, and I was with Kayla and her father, so it's all legal. We're doing alleged poetry in the middle of western Texas, where things are flat as a joke that doesn't work, and people die aboard. We come there. For the last 10 years, we've planted trees in West Texas and watched as the wild west wind blows them into oblivion. We plant them again. It's the irony. So what we do is, we go out to Lamesa. You don't know where Lamesa is. Near Lubbock, all the people are famous in Lubbock because they left Lubbock. The Flatlanders, Butch Hancock, Joe Healy, Jimmy Dale Gilmore. Who are these people? Ancient hippies, but don't worry about that. They left Lubbock. Now Lamesa is a tiny little town which has suffered from the cotton crops going down, and the cattle crops going down, and now the fracking's out of business. There's a whole lot of wrecked places around there, so we went to the wrecked creation center, and we did poetry for the girls and boys, maybe 75 of them, moon hatched, fresh wet from the whole source of creation. We went to the senior citizens who creaked as they moved. It was beautiful to see. They could still move. We did poetry in the park, a parachute, just out of the levity of the situation. But I'm looking up at the clouds, and they remind me that last Saturday night, after having not slept for 3 days and 3 nights, we decided enough is enough of West Texas. We're going to get back to Austin. We need some gridlock. We need some conflicting emotions. So then, got in his truck. And I got in the truck too, because it's his truck. And I trust him because I was listening to insomnia and coffee, to wine. And he sailed at 70 miles an hour through an electrical storm that reminds me of what's going to happen with these clouds a couple of weeks. Now it's almost like watching a cerebellum in the sky. Lightning flashes right across. It was illuminated 3D holograms. It was a real nature. It was saying, like, you're so small. You're so small, you don't matter at all. Then I looked and saw police lights, I saw emergency lights, I saw trucks and reefs by the side of the road there. And the weird part is, we had this naive confidence. Even though we were hydroplaning to the little one we did that. We just kept on going because that's what college is. Because if you ever stop and trust that silence will save you, silence will not save you. It's always best to express. Well, we were going down that highway, the big spring, and that's when the electrical storm really hit. It was smashing down and crashing down all around us. It was like a and we realized then we could be alive or dead. So we chose life for a temporary pleasure and drove faster through the chaos. And it's all true because I'm here to tell it to you. When I look up those clouds this evening, it reminds me of that Suriname and the sky all over big spring from the West Texas horizon. And the moral of the story is pretty obvious to some. If you haven't got a good story, sometimes you say no.
I feel like I was there with you guys.
You were!
Okay, up next we have, he's already getting up, Mr. David.
It's funny sometimes. See, you're ready to do one poem, and another poem leads you right in. Another poem leads you into something, and sometimes you're going down a road, and we've all heard this. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Lock, unlock, tick tock, click, click. Window up, down, drip, drop, freezing flare, then warming air, up, down onto hill country, winding road. Must keep awake, going to Austin. Are we there yet? As La Mesa 87 moves into big spring storms, lightning rolls across 11 o'clock dark sky that makes daylight flash in streaks before your eyes. As rain falls to deluge cheats upon a pickup truck, lock, unlock, tick-tock, drip, click, click. Window up, down, drip, drop. Outside freezing, it affair, then inside warming flare. Poet passenger, windows up and down to Austin. Are we there yet? Turn around the lightning. How far is it to San Angelo? As the distance winds down milepost, must remember to take the bypass to stop and go slow city traffic lights. One does not fool with San Angelo city speed limit. Left, right, front, and back checking in rain for police. 75 to 70 to 65 to 50 to 45, then 35 speed drops to break into those Texas 87 midnight cities. Are we there yet? As lightning behind drives roadways, as this click-click drives you crazy. What in the heck is ticking away? Darn sounds like the doors locking, unlocking. Ask a passenger, are you clicking the doors? Tired poet said he was opening the windows. As soon as the up-down wind, flowed in fresh air that chilled the bone into cold shivers. Up, down, past Sterling, onward to San Angelo. Must remember that bypass. Are we there yet? Up, down, side to side turns onto San Angelo. Bypass inside as a downpour floods wiper sight. Yes, we are in San Angelo doing the speed limit. Are we in Brady yet? Up, down, windows, then floods a passenger awake. So the window stays up for a short while. Onward, onward, down Texas 87 we traveled. Are we there yet? Downward, upward, warm, then frigid, cold. One sweats, then freezes going down Texas 87. that soon one side melts and the other side freezes over. Up, down, beside, to side, road line markers. Click, click, the door goes again to find those poet fingers. As a poet recites in some unknown language where he talked to two invisible friends. As the driver needs his half coat, half shirt attire, rain long gone, a pastor poet murmurs aloud, "Are we there yet?" It's just like a poem that goes on and on. As we reach Brady city limits, might make a right turn here, shouts aloud. I say too soon, as the GPS woman says, make a right turn at the very next intersection. Sorry, I was wrong. Down and up goes the window as he murmurs something as Texas 87 turns to a hill country 71. Are we there yet? But I remember how glad he was to get out of Eden. Saying that, are we through Eden yet? Seems that this Eden had razor wire upon razor wire. Must admit I did not want to be inside with that number. There's a prison there. Click, click, you have the lock, unlock button again. Up, down, we move down Texas 71 onto Austin. Are we there yet? Brings on the longest 5 miles into Lano. That every mile seemed like 100-yard minute. 10 to 5 to 3 to 2, 2.5 to 2. Bingo, Lano. How long to Austin? Becomes closer and closer. Up, down window as BK passes onto Sunset Valley into Austin. Yes, poet, we are in Austin proper. Are we home yet? Yes, poet, we are finally home. Now please leave the window up and lock the door.
I can totally imagine Tom in the bright yellow saying all that. It made it more funny, honestly. Up next we have Mr. Olas blessing us with one of his poems. It's a memorized one, I can tell.
Yep.
And I think I know exactly which one it is. For everyone who just arrived, there is a sign-up table in the back, over there, and you can sign your name to come up and read, and you can also be videotaped by Magic Jack.
Hello again. Good crowd, good crowd. Up, down, up, down. So, I'm going to do the second poem, the next rotation, because it seems like we're going to have more than a few rotations.
Yes, sir.
I'm also saving the song for, like, one of the last things that I do, because I really want to play that song. And I think y'all might really sit around for it. So, this was kind of a social commentary piece that I wrote. There's 2 verses to it. I'm doing the first one right now. There's no name for it. It's such an empty mess. I look and find nothing but emptiness. I couldn't if I wanted to imagine this any other way, but they expect nothing less. Accept the duress. Lay it to rest. You've been brutalized by blasphemy. Well, it wasn't their best. So now we find ourselves with no more order. From border to border, we will receive no quarter. Mother Nature's a whore, but we couldn't afford her. So now it's time to sort her, scavenge for something more manageable. With brick and mortar, we can make this life again tangible. Pick and choose. You sit, you lose. Might find yourself sewing a stitch or two with your old noose. Hang the hangman's head up high. We can build a world where it doesn't hurt to have pride. See the seemingly simple symptoms of that disease gone right? It's a refreshing new environment, once considered a blight. There's no temperature to this climate, though it always seems heated. Spirited howls, curses, and scowls. The screams seem completely needed. Are you listening yet? Are you even out of bed? Because if you can't hear us, these words weren't even said. And if I can't see you, you can't see me. So when I close my eyes, I dematerialize. And now I flow through you freely. I see unanimous disgust. From corners of your cranium you never even knew you lost. Could we suffer the loss? Could the gain be got at all? Whatever the cost, the brain strains the pains while our bodies endure the fall. Thank you.
Down, down, down. I'm gonna write a poem about moving the microphone stand down later. Okay, up next we have, with the magic, it's gonna continue with Magic Jack. He's been recording the few poets that actually all of you guys have wanted to be recorded so far. He's been recording us the whole time, so that is very helpful. If you want to see the poems later, just contact me and I will send them to you via Facebook probably. Or I can email them to you if you really want. If you want to go old-fashioned way. Because you can't really mail a video in the mail unless you want me to put it on like a disc, but that would be pretty hard. FedEx it, yeah.
I am an introvert. I am an extrovert. I am a poetry convert. I use my poems to bitch. I use my poems to gripe. I use my poems to blame monsters in the night. You are the one. You offended me first. You left me. You hurt me. You cheated me. You're the monster. I forgive not in my poems. I never feel the need. I am not to blame. I'm in my rights. I am the one who's sane. I am the one who's right. No, I'm never the monster in the night.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Up next we have Miss Kalani. She's coming up. She's been here most of the months too. I think she was the first one because she didn't know about it, but she stayed. Look at her.
She's a trooper.
She is a trooper.
This is called 2 in the morning. Feeling down, depressed, lethargic? Well, we know exactly what you need. Whether you're unable to get out of bed, lay with your partner, or look at yourself in the mirror and smile, it's an easy fix. We know exactly what you need. Feeling fat, ugly, unsightly, we know exactly what you need. Trim the fat down to that slender, socially acceptable waist-to-hip ratio men love, or the sculpted, rock-hard body to make you feel like a man. Because your worth is measured by how many other people want you. But why don't you want you? Well, no need to worry about that question because we know exactly what you need. Feeling anxious, nervous, tremendously stressed, you know what you need to fix it. If you shake and you quake over the small things and big things and everything in between, believe me, it's a problem that you have, and we've got exactly what you need to make you better. Are you unable to focus? Is your mind leaping from subjects and seconds? Do you think about the battlefield during the sound of 4th of July fireworks? Did you wash your hands more than 5 times in the past hour? Did you hear voices when no one was in the room? Did you hear voices when someone was in the room? Did you have a hard time falling asleep last night? Have a hard time waking up? Do your friends call you dysfunctional, neurotic, psychotic? Don't panic, you're broken, it's true. We have exactly what you need, though. Take 2 in the morning and 2 at night. With food and water and you'll feel just right. Side effects include shortness of breath, heart failure, cancer, and most likely death. But if they don't kill you, they'll treat you just right. So take 2 in the morning and 2 at night. Think you don't need them? Think you're just fine? Well, trust me when we say that we'll change your mind. This world is built on the backs of broken people, and we can convince you that you too are broken. You have a habit or fat or a problem. We have what you need to fix it. So pull out your wallets and credits and checks and we'll give you what you need to make yourself better. So just remember, 2 in the morning and 2 at night, that should get you feeling just right, because once you're hooked, you won't think of your brokenness. You won't think of your depression or your fat or your muscles, your ADD, BDD, MDD, DID, OCD, PTSD, or GAD. You will only think that we have exactly what you need, and we do. And this is just a reminder for you. Side effects include shortness of breath, heart failure, cancer, and most likely death. But if they don't kill you, they'll just kill your mind with 2 in the morning and 2 at night.
I really like that one. I actually have a poem that's similar. I think the side effects poems are pretty popular because there's so many side effects to these stupid things. Like honestly, you could have like... I'm not going there. I was thinking about it and I was like, no. Up next we have Miss Victoria coming up. I'm gonna get started raising it for her.
Sorry about it.
No problem.
I'm part giant.
Ah, good.
Okay. I'm gonna save my happy poem for last. 'Cause
Being
I
singular?
did- But this is called Attention Deficit Disorder. And basically it's based off of sounds. And I wrote this poem specifically to describe it to people who don't have ADD, to kind of show them what it's like to have it. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, crumble crunch, crumble crunch, crumble crunch, crumble. So yeah, like I was telling him earlier, blah, 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 swoosh, 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 tool, 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 tool. So like he doesn't even like know Sadie, blah, 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 blah. Hello, did you hear what I just said? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, crumble crunch, crumble crunch, crumble crunch. I'm sorry, no, can you repeat that? Swoosh, 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 tool, 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 tool. Pay attention. This is the third time I've explained it to you. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. What is wrong with you today? I'm sorry. I believe the answer was because they were blind. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. That is like so offensive. Why would she say that? Oh my god, like anyway, blah, 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 blah. I didn't mean it like that. I just forgot to mention how my train of thought got there. It's just slam, boom, crash, slam, boom, crash, slam, boom, crash, slam, boom, crash. Hey, what did I just say? Thud, 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 thud. I'm sorry. I need you to repeat that. I blanked. I forgot. Squeak puff, squeak puff, squeak puff. I forgot to take my medicine this morning. I'm sorry. You really don't need medication to focus. You can totally just exercise and eat right. Tickety, 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 tickety. Oh my god, I swear I have ADD. Sometimes I just can't focus. Blah, 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 blah. Why can't you get this? Why can't you remember this? Why can't you just understand? Kick, pop, snack, kick, pop, snack, kick, pop, snack. Ha, 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 kick, 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 kick. I'm sorry. My anxiety's acting up. I'm having trouble breathing. I just, giggle, snort, kick, giggle, snort, kick, giggle, snort, kick. Hey, can you turn on your music? I can hear it coming from your headphones. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Hey. What is wrong with you today? I'm sorry, teacher. I know it must be such an inconvenience for you.
Totally relatable. Totally relatable. Up next we have, I'm sorry if I pronounce this wrong, Yessie? I guess I pronounced it right. Someone is responding.
Alright.
Miss Victoria is going to be up again.
Yeah. So Yessie's a bit nervous about coming up here, so I'm going to read her poem for her first. Hopefully she'll come up after this. But she's everything I was looking for in a girl. She has these big brown eyes that make my heart stop every time she looks at me. She has a smile that can light up even the darkest nights, and when I make her laugh, she sounds like thunder in the quiet night, beautiful, awe, and full of life. She has dimples at the end of her back, and they look like two dark holes in space, and I know that if I touch them, I will never be the same. She hides the universe inside of her, and she doesn't even know it. I mean, I just met this girl, but she's worth it. She has the wildest hair, and it looks like it's floating in outer space, and the sun colors it with the most beautiful, delicate rays. She has it all, absolutely all. She has the north, she has the south, she has the green, and she has the blue. She has the flame of a candle. As closer I get, and the harder it burns. It's beautiful. She's beautiful. And all of this would be perfect. Too bad she's straight.
That was awesome. I like how the ending was like unexpected. Up next we have Nick. Nick, I met at Wake the Dead. They have a poetry night there on Thursdays, the first Thursday of every month. And that's where I got started with poetry. I actually thought I really sucked at poetry, but I was like, you guys can shut up and listen to me speak for a while. And hey, he shut up and listened and he followed, so must be doing something right. His poems are very short, but they're really awesome, so you have to really pay attention.
All right.
want to drive face first into the sea of personal happiness and take in all of my hard-earned fortunes. But I know I'm bound to wind up disappointed in the end and be forever stuck in limbo like a bowl of cold noodle soup on an average Sunday morning.
Short but deadly. Next name I'm also gonna butcher. It's Ashrin. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You even told me your name. Totally butchered it.
Ashira.
Ashirin?
Ashira.
Ashira. There she is.
Hey everyone. I'm not from Maryland. I live in Maryland, so I'm not used to this weather. It's really weirding me out. So if I'm looking up a lot, it's because I'm sure it's going to rain any second, and I can't believe this equipment is out in the rain. It's freaking me out. It is water that falls from the sky. Some people call it God crying. So anyway, something for Earth Day. Also, I've slept the last 4 nights in a row, which is a miracle for me. I'm saying this mostly for Tom, who knows that before that I slept 1 night out of 11 since getting here. So, here, Texas. Anyway, I don't know why I'm so tired still. And this is being taped. So how nice is that? All right. And I'm from the desert. Most of Earth's land mass is desert, yet we say we need to green. That's a truth that's good for you, but not the Earth, it seems. Water, water everywhere won't make this planet any better. Separation is in order. Here's sand, here's dirt, here's the Ganga, and she's hurt. All the people you know will be gone soon enough. Will all we leave be a climate devastated by us? I know a man from Poland and he doesn't care if the earth is getting colder because it feels better to him now there. But the earth from which we come needs the ice and snow, and this is true a whole lot more than any of us can know. All the people you know will be gone soon enough. Will all we leave be a climate devastated by us? 200-mile-an-hour winds are said to be the coming norm. If that happens, underground living is what we'll all have to conform to. These reverse adobe structures your grandchildren will live in aren't being taught by any architecture program I've seen, especially not Oxford. They're so snobby, I can't stand them. Which I like to write and tell them once in a while. Yeah, I do. I'm on their mailing list. Anyway, just so I can complain. All the people you know will be gone soon enough. Let's not leave a climate devastated by us. So what can we do? Who else is there but you? One not so small thing you can do is to sometimes turn off your computer. Look into what's using water where you live. It's the main thing this blue-green planet has to give. Strive to revive and keep alive some native plants. You can pull, use, and eat invasives. Just don't mistake pesticides for saviors, because pesticides are not our saviors. Pesticides are not our saviors. In fact, if only we can collectively put Monsanto, who wants to change their name for this reason, out of business, that will be incredible. Environmental deliverance. Environmental deliverance, because all the people you know will be gone soon enough. Let's not leave a climate devastated by us. All the people you know will be gone soon enough. Let's not leave a climate devastated by us. Thank you.
Awesome. We gotta have our first, I think first today, we had our Earth Day poem there / song. It was kind of a song poem. Very nice. Does anyone else want to be added to the list for this round? Wave, dance. Awesome. So we're gonna have a 5-minute intermission. Oh. Awesome. You can actually come up here and introduce yourself if you want. Yeah. She was the last person on the list, but you know, surprise guest.
Well, hello. My name is Erica. Nice to meet you. Yeah, here I am. All right, so getting super personal, guys. poetry.
Right? Sex, drugs, and haze. I can't feel my skin. Hair dye, I cut myself down, level by level, rolling off the blicks and smashing the corners with a solid ceramic crack. Crack. Fissures run down my spine, and the corset that holds my ribs together is the only thing that keeps my head tethered to the pulling and jerking of the knots. Butterflies explode out of my eyes, and the fireworks scream down from my lips, and my twisted soul crumbles itself like a dollar bill. And then questions its own worth, because it knows that the butterflies are moths, and the fireworks are cigarette butts, and I'm held together by the strings that control me. Good night.
Any other surprise guests? Okay, awesome. So before we go, I would like to have someone from Icon Youth come up and explain what's so special about tonight. He's really tall. So
Hello. Thank you. I got them on the internet for $18.
Excellent.
The prescription, I'll tell you the website later. It's amazing. Everyone needs to know about this website that gave me these glasses. After shipping, $18. Anyways, first of all, thank you guys for sharing your poems, bearing your souls in front of people. It can be kind of intimidating. I know there's some of us who probably have etched some poems in our journals and we're just like, oh, I can't do that, but the people here who have enough courage to do that give, I think, a little bit of confidence to those who haven't yet had the courage to stand in front of a mic and do it. So props to you guys. Let's give you guys a round of applause here. Woo! Anyway, my name's Ethan. I'm one of the youth leaders from Icon Youth, and what it is it's pretty much a youth program that's based out of a church plant here in San Marcos that happened roughly 2.5, 3 years ago. And being that church plant, we're not affiliated with like a church building per se, but on Wednesday nights, once a month, we've been having these youth services at the Rec Hall next to Lions Club. But what it is, we just get a bunch of youth together, and there's some of them here. Hey, if you're an Icon Youth, raise your hand. Whether it be a student or a leader. There you guys are. Woo! A few of us. But yeah, we just get together, hang out, love on some kids, and just share a little bit about the Bible and all that good stuff. So what we're doing here today is 20% of the purchases you make are going towards, is it the camp?
Yeah.
Camp, specific camp?
Yes.
There's a summer camp that gets a bunch of these high schoolers and, is it middle schoolers too?
Yeah.
I should know this. Yes, high schoolers and middle schoolers together just to get together and have a bunch of fun, and we're super excited about it. It's in July, but yeah, it's a little bit expensive, so we're very grateful for all you guys being here and just, again, just doing your poem thing. It's awesome. I love hearing you guys. It's awesome. Anybody else have anything to add youth-wise? Sydney? Sydney, you wanted to come up here and say something? You're good? You sure? You have a poem you wanted to say later? I think you do. Okay. Maybe she'll come up later. Anyways, so yeah, I guess there's an intermission. 5-minute break. So again, thank you guys so much. Grab a coffee, grab a tea, grab a scone, and we'll see you back here in 5 minutes.
You can go inside and you can order a drink. 20% of what you buy will go to them. Or you can buy like someone had a bagel and it looked really good. And they have like a toaster and some butter. If you're hungry and want a bagel, some of the money will be going to a good cause, summer camp. So food for summer camp, right?
I want to go to summer camp.
Sorry, Jack, you can't go to summer camp.
Oh, shucks.
But that leads me to the next point. Exciting new announcement. A little birdie, happened to be myself, might be starting a poetry festival in San Marcos.
Woo! Yeah!
I just got back from one in La Mesa, Texas.
Yeah!
But that's 7 hours away, and I don't feel like driving 7 hours.
Yeah, boo.
It was amazing and definitely worth it, and I'll probably go. But again, it's hard going 7 hours for a poetry festival. So I'm going to start one in San Marcos, so look out.
Yeah.
I'm shooting for August or September because it's going to be perfect weather, not July crap. You know how Texas is. It is. It's crap. Straight up. It's crap. Magic Jack over here is videotaping whoever would like to be videotaped. There's a sign-in sheet in the back if you want to sign up to read your poem, someone else's poem, or you can do an original song. So that's pretty cool. Magic Jack did an original song, the Lala song, which has been a favorite here so far as songs go, but I'm excited to hear other songwriters come up here. You can also read lyrics, which I think is kind of cool because no one really thinks lyrics as poems, but they are. They're just written, beautiful language. So pull up your favorite song. You can read it up here. You can have someone else read it. The possibilities are endless at this point. We read in rounds. We've had, I think, 3 rounds already. We'll probably do 2 more. If you would like to read, again, sign up in the back. I will read the first round just to break things up and break the ice a little bit, give you a feel of how it is. You might notice some poets doing some weird things, snapping their fingers. You go like this, usually to tell the poet that's reading that you appreciate their work, or you like the line, or you like their hair, I don't know. You can just do this to applaud them during the poem, or you can do spirit fingers. You can do spirit fingers here, you can do spirit fingers here, you can do spirit fingers here, 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 here. You can stand up and dance.
Spare fingers.
Wow. You can do a lot of spirit fingers. You can stand up and dance.
Whoa.
If you feel like dancing to a poem, that would be cool.
Show us how.
No thanks.
Gotcha.
If your poems are sensitive, I would like you to initiate a trigger warning to be respectful of some sensitive people in the audience. That usually goes for poems about suicide, self-harm, any disorders mentally, just stuff like that. Cussing is fine. We've had a few people cuss, and I'm totally okay with that, but let's not do it every other word. Wiz Khalifa is not here. We'd like to keep him not here. Triple X stays in the bedroom. You can write songs about sex. I don't care. Just write it in metaphors. That's the good thing about poetry. Metaphors. Okay, if you have a poem of yours that you would like someone else to read for you to listen to the way it sounds, or you are a little bit shy, just let me know, or just walk up to someone and ask them if you're bold like that. Go for it. I'm going to recite this next poem. It is personally my favorite. It's the title might concern you, but do not be concerned. It's not what you think it is. Sorry, I'll probably end up shaking, and I'm not having a panic attack up here. I just get really passionate.
There's a full moon behind you.
Oh, that's so poetic. We're doing it on a full moon, guys. Full moon, okay? Okay, that's why no one's here. All the werewolves stayed home tonight. Okay, they don't want to be seen. Oh.
They got things to do later.
I heard it. Okay, here is the F word.
Uh-oh.
So, I wrote a poem because I am sick of older men telling me I need to talk with confidence. Maybe if you stop degrading women for everything, I might have this confidence you speak of. Don't put my vocabulary on a diet. Supplement my words for your vocab plan. Weigh my likes and my ums on a scale so my language will be pretty. Meet society's standards of a perfect woman. Wear makeup so a man can see I am pretty enough to be tied down to. As if my love was a prison sentence he took the plea bargain for. I was asked why I wear makeup if I'm already beautiful. Do you tell that to every girl you try to charm? Maybe she was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe she plasters on her powder mask every morning, hoping she might be loved today. Or maybe she was born into society's cookie-cutter standards. He said, speak up and stop saying and so you can be respected, he demands. I didn't know that my extra words made me less of a person because you can't keep my word count in check. Are you balancing my words like you balance my paychecks? Do I get 77 words to your 100? Are you budget cutting my language? Do I have the right to vote on this matter? Can I veto the bill that limits my language to the dictionary of the previous generations? Because I will not let past bureaucrats lock up my tongue in the standard testing textbooks they're feeding the involuntarily obese children today. We bully them for being fat, but their free or reduced checkbooks can only afford the taste of the 1,000-calorie meals we give them for school lunches. Sit down and shut up. This is a man's job, they will say to my opinion. But old man, mark my words. I will be in the CEO chair of the company that puts your ego out of business. I will evict you from your high horse and force you to watch me as I rise to my throne, crushing anyone who says I can't because I am like too young, too fragile, or I do it like a girl. You could too if you tried harder. My likes and ums will be the rear mirror I use to keep my inferiors in my view. Let them not feel intimidated by the bland, harsh words you are accustomed to. Put my language in their hands. I want them to understand my dialogues like an instruction manual. So they'll be inspired to be the feminist revolution I will force to be revived. He gasps at the F word, feminism. And I can hear his mother tossing in her grave, remembering the hot, agonizing day she spent protesting for my rights. But his cigar and gentleman club buddies wouldn't approve of a piece of me talking with such strong and vulgar language to a man of his importance. But that's what feminism is, strong. Too many people think feminism is baggage, but it's lighter than my burden in society's captivity. There's a reason they made all our villains queens. They're scared of our power. Thank you. Up next, we have the man in yellow, the man with the yellow hat, the man without a monkey, Tom.
It's important for the world to have poets, because each poet is an individual voice, and in individuality, we can change this world voice at a time. And when we come together as poets, then this world is a lot better off. Poets of integrity. We are poets. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I left my glasses there, and there's just not enough light. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, she'll read it for you.
Or I can give you light. I can give you a flashlight on it.
It's just like hold multiple lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
More of them?
Yeah, this one was.
You can read it for him.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Is that enough? 'Cause I have one too.
Oh, Ben has got lightning.
Oh!
Thank you. It's always nice to have Ben lit up.
Oh!
Oh.
Poets of integrity. We are poets, but pure independent spirits, that they do not follow to meet suppliant lands, but feel the words inside sword point potential, not for warfare, but the welfare of the masses. A poet is a declaration of independent stand, wherein each poet stands tall within a unique persona. Poets of stature standing elevated as fortitude statues, like the Statue of Liberty holding the flame of truth. Each poet is a page that torques unique vocabulary, that twists and turns terse trails in intertwining meanings, branching beyond the trunk to reveal truncate leaves into pruned, conformed, programmed, predefined edges. Poets are the winds adrift, unshackled minds, cerebral currents that twirl, riding the skylines, that peer beyond limitation to sear within intuitive insight, spreading wings that turn pages of rhyme in sailing free verse. Poetry is not singular masterpieces and follow the leaders. Each poet must is a troubadour, histrionic theater of stage sages, profound philosopher poets who explore the universe of man, sharing the heart of woman upon the womb of cradled humanity. Poets of integrity never clone the earth as political servants. Poets of integrity are never spoken for conglomerate Goliath. Poets of integrity have talons in eagle's power, adrift freedom flight. Poets of integrity is you and I, as we the poets must have integrity.
Integrity is always very important. Next we have Sir Olas coming up here. I've never heard the name before, but it's pretty neat. Is that like your full first name?
No, it's actually the ass half of my full first name, which is Nicholas.
Okay.
Yeah, give up on the mysticism. Olus is the ass half of Nicholas. Hi, I'm the ass.
That's creative.
Yeah, I took my name back. Nick was a kid, and he had to die. He was a shitty little kid. He was just...
You have to kill the beast within.
Exactly. So, here's round 2 of that poem I did before. I'm also gonna add another poem, which is... you'll see. Alright. So I look so certainly at your world of certainty. Yeah, I see some discerning things, but none of it's really disturbing me. All one could wonder is, will someone just pull those curtain strings? See, this current state of being, it's more slightly concerning me. In fence post perched, I survey the lay of the land. It's just barren, empty spaces that perpetually expand. See, we're just mice in rat races that will never see the end, all reduced to dust when crushed with the rest of the sand. Left alone, perched on top of that dividing line, dividing mine from ours, the more divine of sorrows. For countless hours, my time was stolen, not borrowed. I've stood vast amongst the huddled mass and asked for the passion back, collecting less than signatures, but more than just a passing slap or a hit. And when that fence collapsed, I stood and laughed a bit. What was once a balancing act turned to standing in a pasture of shit. And now these wounded boy soldiers realize they aren't infallible plastic toys, but more so molded for the ploys of the people robbing our joys. They stood on point, hearing the noise, dropping their arms, then to their knees. Recently anointed and rejoice, happy their masters will not be pleased. See, faith is the fuel for these fertile feelings of freedom, and when these monkeys started thinking, they thought those feelings were unneeded. But now this looming unforeseeable future shows us where those feelings receded. We still possess them in our hearts, but apparently we need them bleeding. So, with a tinge of trepidation and songs of annihilation, we march into the darkness with lanterns of our own imagination. One heart made of love, snuffed out by those that loathe, and step on their brothers' heads as if it's the only road. We believe the disease is real, which is what gives it strength. But if we shift the belief seat, we can reduce its reach's length. So tie the chain tighter to the tree, and cock the shotgun of disbelief. Grab the shovels and start digging, because once it's dead, we'll bury it deep. The transition will be tiresome and cold when the fire's gone, but that's always been the case when there's proof the whole empire's wrong. And yes, I am my father's son, so soon you won't see me at all. But we're in this together. Through rough and fair weather, our family tree is fractal. Immense in numbers, we face our foes as lovers, trying to rediscover how the bases should be covered. And I'm not suggesting war, but it wages regardless. And if we're not smart, this effort will face grave charges. So dig in and pray, or run into the fray. Make yourself the mountain, fight another day. We can do this because we have to. No one else sees the pieces. We only owe this to ourselves and the perspective this releases. And as the chance increases, they won't let us see this through. We're left with nothing else to do but offer a sturdy fuck you.
Way up there.
Actually, I have blisters on this hand. You can see it. It's red from doing the microphone a lot. Yeah. So you know, I love you. I'm bleeding for you, literally. So bleeding in here and bleeding in here. Anyway, up next we have Sir Jack. And Kalani's gonna come up too. Oh, she's gonna read for him. That's exciting.
This is Magic Jack's poem titled, I Met You in a Dream. I met you in a dream, just before my bladder awakened me. Reality breaks the fantasy veil, returning to my pillow, but I could not find the trail. Fleeting, transparent, illusory. Oh, these capricious dreams, evoking and teasing and startling, oh please. I was so close to tasting your skin. You or grape soda or coffee ice cream. I can remember clearly now, deceptive they are, those dream states. Unfair, these dangling temptations, somnambulant, wishful, embracing, deceitful advertising, dreaming like all those things you desire. Like all those things you crave. And then your bladder awakens you. Bye-bye, dreams. Isn't that a pisser?
It's really neat to hear someone read an original artist's work. Like, Magic Jack wrote that and someone else read it. It's so interesting to see how they emphasize different words.
And she read it better than I did.
You say that, but I haven't heard you read that one in particular, so we'll have to see. Up next we have Miss Sarah Robacker with her guitar and lovely voice. She is a part of Icon. She's a youth leader for Icon Youth, who this particular month is benefiting. All of the drinks or food you buy from here go to 20% goes to sending kids to summer camp, and she's helping a part of that.
So I'm a little bit of an amateur, and I didn't bring a cord to plug in. So
Excellent.
Just gonna
Play it.
use
Roll.
my.
If you come around over here, you got the mic and you'll be on the video.
Oh, great! I love being filmed.
I didn't bring a cord either.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah. So I'm really thankful for an environment like this because I've played for people before, like on different stages, and there's always, you like want to lay your heart on the line in songs you've written, and then the person's like, hey, do a Katy Perry cover.
No.
And you're like, yeah, I was gonna like spill my heart, but I'll play Pumped Up Kicks one more time, even though I can't whistle. It's embarrassing. But I love. I swore that I would only play songs that started as a poem.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like real.
Yeah.
Anyways, can you hear me? I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, let me mic the guitar.
I have a very loud voice. I'm a teacher. So
Ah,
I
necessary.
utilize my voice.
Yeah. It's a weapon. Help. You're wrapped up.
Anyways, this song is called White Flag.
a first.
Proud moment. Sarah, you did so good. Thank you so much for your song and your guitar. And she actually ran home to get her guitar. Okay, not ran. She drove. She ran to her car to run. The anti-running club. We meet never. It's like the anti-social club.
Yeah, never.
Okay, up next we have. Oh my gosh, it's on the list.
Somebody.
Sir,
Oh.
madam.
We have Miss Kalani.
Yeah.
This one's titled Metaphorical Man. You and I are two stars colliding, creating a flurry of flares and sparks of the hottest colors so bright they could be seen on Earth years away. How you loved your metaphors. They say that a woman falls in love with what they hear, and a man fall in love with what they see. I suppose I fell in love with the words that fluttered so effortlessly between your poetic lips, and you fell in love with the sight of someone loving those poetic lips. But I talk to you now, and your eyes are swimming in an ocean of thought far away from me. It seems that the ocean that we once shared has lost its appeal to you. The weather here has simply taken a turn for the worse, you say, unsheathing your artistic tongue, and while you enjoyed your time on our beach together, you think it best to leave before the storm hits. The weather just isn't sunny anymore the way it was in the beginning, and you don't think you could bear another cold day at the beach. Well, God forbid you endure a little figurative wind and rain. In the meantime, I guess I'll just brace myself alone. The two of us are leaping canyons together, and I can't imagine making those leaps in my life with anyone else in the whole damn world. Except you made those leaps with several other anyone else's, and I was left on the other side of the canyon debating on letting myself plummet to the bottom. Because for a while I didn't believe I had the strength to leap across anything daunting without holding your hand and painting pictures for me with your lips. Pictures full of words, beautiful words. Your life is my ocean, an ocean we could share forever, you say so sweet. But no one likes the beach when it's cold out. Your skies are overcast, and when I swim in your ocean, needles push up beneath my skin, pinch the roots of my hair on my body. I can't stand it. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? You say that you placed a gravestone where our love was buried in your heart and that you would miss it deeply, but it's not a gravestone, it's a memorial. And the love that you think is lost is buried alive inside of me. You and I are at war together, you say. We must call a truce, you say, for no matter who wins, the bloodshed will outweigh any price in the end. Another metaphor, another analogy, another figure of speech. Well, here's a metaphor for you. You're an asshole. You fooled me with the art of linguistics, tied me down with your tongue, holding me fast with the beauty of your bold, figurative words. But I don't give a shit about your oceans or your stars or canyons anymore. I'm not words in the air. My heart can't be put back together with a metaphorical band-aid. I'm a person, bleeding and breathing, and you're too lost in your fucking poetry to see past your teeth.
Oh my god.
Bad weather over the ocean we shared is you. The cold gases in your heart and your head seeped from the pores of your body and caused the clouds to swell and collect, concealing the light of the sun and enraging the sea. And you left me behind with your mess. So I hope that whatever other woman's beach you stay at now is sunnier and sweeter. In the meantime, I'll be here, alone in the cold sand, hoping that the clouds that you left me will eventually go away.
That one's really funny because it's really, because like I know she's a really good poet and she writes a lot of metaphors. So writing a poem about not being like metaphor is just